Now, in today's video, we will specifically look at 4 different ways you can reach your first $1 million. We will examine the pros and cons of each, comparing the slowest and the fastest routes. But most importantly, we're going to discuss the unique opportunity we are likely to see within the next 6 months. You might be already familiar with Robert Kiyosaki's book, Cash Flow Quadrant. I wouldn't say it's a must-read, but I would say everybody should definitely deeply analyze this overview here. This overview is fundamentally divided into 4 different quadrants. First, we have employees, where you work for someone else. For example, as an engineer, exchanging your time for money. To maximize your earnings as an employee, you can either work more, like putting in more overtime, or find a job that pays more for your time, perhaps by climbing up the corporate ladder. The issue here is that this isn't scalable, because your time is limited and thus your income potential is limited. As an employee, you also lack control and could potentially be laid off. And also job security in the age of AI will likely be a significant concern. Now, is it possible to become a millionaire as an employee? I would say it is definitely possible, but it is by far the slowest way along those 4. It requires a lot of discipline, a high saving rate, and also salary increases. Moving on to the next quadrant, self-employed. Here you are your own boss, like a freelance graphic designer, for example. While you still exchange your time for money, the amount of money you make is directly tied to the effort you put in, which is not the case for a normal employee. The challenge here is also scalability due to your limited time, and being self-employed is far from easy. Is it possible to become a millionaire as a self-employed? Now, many doctors with their practices have shown it is achievable, but it often requires a substantial amount of time. The third quadrant, entrepreneurship. The key difference from self-employment to entrepreneurship is that you're not creating your own job, but you have systems working for you. For example, owning multiple gas stations managed by somewhere else people. Entrepreneurs use OPM and OPT, other people's money and other people's time, to significantly boost their productivity and income potential. Since you're not trading your time for money, this is much more scalable and can be more passive, but it also can be more challenging. And maybe it's not everybody's cup of tea. Now, is it possible to become a millionaire as an entrepreneur? I used to say it is the fastest path, especially if you know what you're doing and if you have learned from your past failures. Nowadays, I wouldn't describe any of these paths fast or easy. They all require time, effort, and oftentimes risk. Now let's move to the 4th quadrant, the investor. This is where you make your money work for you, the most passive way. I venture to say that with cryptocurrency, it has never been easier ever in human history to become a millionaire. Not that it is necessarily easy, because most people fail to control their emotions and tend to buy high and sell low. To make this a reality, your first $1 million, you need to have a plan and execute it without emotions. Your goal should be to move from the left side, where you exchange your time for money, to move to the right side, where you let other people work for you, or you let your money work for you. From a personal experience, I can say that the right side is far more fulfilling than the left side. I've been to all four paths of these cash flow quadrant myself. Now, to the crucial question you need to ask yourself. Can you double your earnings from self-employment or entrepreneurship in the next coming years? I would say yes, it is definitely possible. But when I consider the time and effort I need to invest to double my earnings from a business compared to investing my business value into cryptocurrency, I believe that I can achieve better results with cryptocurrency in the long run. Historically, if crypto cycles repeat, prices should multiply in the next coming years, possibly with a significant crash prior to the next halving. Before the next halving, if we see a crash, this could be the biggest investment opportunity for years to come. That's why it is so important to have your fiat on-ramps ready. If we see such a cascade of sell-offs happening, you should be able to enter in with large amounts of fiat. So if we see a crash within the next 6, 7 months and you invest with the right strategy in the right coins, I believe that a relatively small capital can create incredible results. This is what I personally consider the full path to $1 million without any entrepreneurship, without any struggle of managing people. It takes just the right strategy executed without any emotions. I don't have a crystal ball, but if we look at the path, the 4 year cycles, you all know them. They played out exactly as a textbook pattern. I hope you enjoyed this video and you now know what is the easiest path to $1 million. If you do, leave me a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also go over to my Twitter to get real-time updates about what is going to happen in this market. I'll see you guys in the next video. Easy way out.